If you want to obtain an Oklahoma dealer's license, all you need to do is obtain a dealer surety bond and garage insurance from an insurance agent. You're going to need to register with the Oklahoma Secretary of State. You're going to get a background check, have a building and a lot. You're going to attend a quick class, and then submit your Oklahoma dealer's license application to the Oklahoma Used Motor Vehicle Parts Commission. And I'm going to show you how to easily obtain your Oklahoma dealer's license right now. Hello everyone, I'm Dallas Johnson with Dealer Training, and if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. If you're a licensed dealer or you are interested in obtaining your dealer's license for the very first time, our content is designed just for you, so please consider subscribing and hitting that notification button so you can view content for dealers as soon as it is uploaded. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to give you a coupon code so you can easily download our 134-page Dealer Training and Profit Manual for free, and it contains a wealth of information for new and experienced dealers. Hopefully it'll increase your profits, but we normally charge $19.95 for this manual, but I'll give you that coupon code at the very end of the video so you can download it absolutely free. First, I want to show you some valuable contact information for Oklahoma dealers. Oklahoma dealers are regulated by the Oklahoma Used Motor Vehicle Commission, and they are located at 421 Northwest 13th Street, Suite 330 in Oklahoma City. And that phone number is 405-521-3660. So they're going to be a wealth of information for you when you're starting out. You can drop them an email, okumvpc@umvpc.ok.gov. And then I'm going to take you to this website a couple times here during this video, usedcarcommission.ok.gov. So I'm going to go in depth in the 6 steps to obtain an Oklahoma dealer's license. The first step is to get a dealer surety bond and a dealer insurance policy. So the state of Oklahoma requires you to obtain a $25,000 dealer surety bond before you can obtain your Oklahoma dealer's license. So the bond must be from a company that's authorized to do business in the state of Oklahoma. So you're going to have to submit that original. And by the way, if you've got a great insurance company that sells bonds, please put their contact information below here so other dealers will be able to use that same information for their dealer surety bond. But in order to get that dealer license in the state of Oklahoma, you also must get insurance. Okay, so you have to make sure that your dealer insurance has a $25,000 single limit, and you've got to have that insurance in force at all times. So the state of Oklahoma basically requires any person to have insurance on their inventory before they are issued an Oklahoma dealer's license. So like I said, if you know a good insurance agent that can sell dealer surety bonds and dealer insurance, please put their contact information below so you can give them a little bit of business, and then that's going to be an advantage to all the viewers as well. Step number 2. Before you can get your Oklahoma dealer's license, you're going to need to register this new business with the Oklahoma Secretary of State. And I'm going to show you how to do this, but the Secretary of State basically wants to make sure they've got a record of every single business operating in the state of Oklahoma, including this dealership that you're getting ready to open. So if you want to, you can call it in 405-522-2520, but that's the long route. I'm going to show you how to easily register with the Oklahoma Secretary of State's office. So we're going to go to sos.ok.gov, and we're going to jump down here to the very bottom and click on Business Entity, okay? And then just as an example, I'm going to show you how to do this as a domestic LLC. So that's a limited liability company that is in the state of Oklahoma. So that's what we refer to as a domestic LLC. And I'm not telling you to be an LLC. I'm stating if you are an LLC, this is going to be how you register the business with the Secretary of State. So you're going to want to put your name and your email address in there to start out. And then you're going to need to put also your business entity name. Okay, so you'll put that in there and you'll click next, and it's going to walk you step by step through the entire process. So this takes just a few minutes online, but it is a state law that every dealer in the state of Oklahoma has their business registered with the Secretary of State's office. So if you have any questions about business entities, you can call the Secretary of State's office. Once again, there's that phone number, 405-522-2520, or you can log on to sos.ok.gov. That is part of the dealer licensing requirement. Step number 3, you're going to have to get a background check, because the state of Oklahoma does not want to give an Oklahoma dealer's license to somebody that stole a car, or they want to make sure, they're not giving a dealer's license to somebody that just got out of prison for robbing a bank or, managing some auto theft ring. The state of Oklahoma basically requires us to be of a higher level of ethical standards than the average person walking down the street, because here very soon, when you get your Oklahoma dealer's license, you're going to be handling very large significant financial transactions. So many of the vehicles that you sell, once you've gotten your dealer's license, are going to be worth several thousands of dollars. That's going to be including that big profit that you got marked up on it as well. So before the state of Oklahoma gives you that oversight and to have a dealer's license, they want to make sure, like I said, that you did not, just move here from another state after you got out of prison for managing some auto theft ring. So we're going to do this $15 background check. And this is the state's website. It's the Chirp site. I don't know why they call it the Chirp site, but I'm going to show you this here. Once you jump onto the Chirp website, you just go to the bottom left there and you're going to create that account. And you'll put your name there, and then you have to put in that little code. This shows you're not some, internet robot stealing passwords, okay? And then you'll sign in, and it's all going to be automated, and then you're going to get this PDF file. This is your Chirp Clear form, okay? So you want to print that up, and that shows the state of Oklahoma, that you did not steal a bunch of cars last year, okay? So get that taken care of. Step number 4, you're going to have a building and a lot. So you must have a building for your Oklahoma dealer's license, and your building must be permanently enclosed, and it has to be owned or leased by you. And you have to make sure that it is mainly devoted to the operation of your dealership. Okay, so do please keep that in mind. The state of Oklahoma does require every Oklahoma dealership to have a restroom with public access. So you do have to have restroom facilities in order to obtain an Oklahoma dealer's license. You also must have a phone that's listed in the local business directory, and you're going to have a business sign with at least 32 square feet with the dealership name at least 6 inches high. Banners are not permitted, so you can't just put a banner onto the front of the building. You've got to have a permanent business sign at least 32 square feet with the dealership name and at least 6 inches high or larger letters. And you're going to need to submit photographs of your office, your lot, and your sign. So we have to have that sign, and we have to have that phone to make sure that we're accessible by our customers, whether they have a question about a vehicle maybe they want to purchase from us, or maybe our customers have a question about a vehicle they've already purchased from us. The state of Oklahoma does require every dealer to be accessible by the customer. So make sure that you get that taken care of. Step number 5, the state of Oklahoma does require that you attend a training class in Oklahoma City. They take about 4.5 hours, and they're regulated by the Used Car Commission. And by the way, that is the way the state law reads right now. But if you've got a problem with that, you might contact your state representative or your state senator and let them know that you want to be a dealer, but you don't want to have to drive to Oklahoma City to sit through some training class. I'm sure it's a great training class, don't get me wrong, but tell them maybe some private companies ought to be taking care of this, and that way maybe you'll be able to take your training not just in Oklahoma City, maybe you could take it in Tulsa or Norman or Eufaula or wherever you're at, okay? But you do have to sit through that class. It is a state law, and I'm sure it's a very great class. I'm not knocking the class, but to schedule that class, you can call 405-521-3660. But like I said, if you ever talk to your lawmaker, let them know that we are very large sales tax generators for the state of Oklahoma. And, if you can take that training a little closer to home, that would be fantastic. So step number 6, you're going to submit your Oklahoma dealer license application to the Oklahoma Used Motor Vehicle Parts Commission. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to download that here. We're just going to go to ok.gov/used car commission, and you're going to click dealer information, click the drop down box, used motor vehicle industry forms, and then down at the bottom left there, you're going to click on used motor vehicle dealers application. So let's spend a little bit of time on this. You want to make sure you're submitting this correctly, because when you submit a correct application to the Oklahoma Used Motor Vehicle Parts Commission, then your application will sail through that board as fast as possible, and you'll get that dealer license back as soon as possible and get your business started as soon as possible. But if you make mistakes on the application, it's definitely going to hold things up. So we're going to be applying for a used motor vehicle license, and it does cost $600 the first time you're applying. We're going to check our business entity down here, whether you're a sole proprietor, partnership, corporation, or an LLC. So you put the full name of each person on the license, as you see there. They want to make sure that you either own or lease that property, and you're going to sign it, and this is going to be notarized. And by the way, I want you to be aware, if you ever put false information on an Oklahoma dealer license application, the state of Oklahoma will charge you with a misdemeanor. So you want to make sure that you're always filling out this information true and correct. They want to make sure if you are a U.S. citizen, or if you ever had any other aliases, and also if you've ever been convicted of a felony. You're also going to need to let them know your financial statement right here. So you want to make sure and put, the money you've got in your checking and your savings. The state of Oklahoma does want to make sure that you are financially secure before they give you that Oklahoma dealer's license, because, you're going to be making a lot of money on this, but you're going to be very, in charge of some very large financial transactions, as I said earlier. So the state of Oklahoma wants to make sure they're not giving a dealer's license to somebody that's, renting a $100 a month apartment with like $300,000 in credit card debt. So before the state gives you your Oklahoma dealer's license, they do want to make sure that you're basically financially secure. So you can also put your salary information on there as well. So one final thing, you're going to be submitting that bond. So this is something your insurance agent is going to be able to help you out with. And then you also have to show your insurance company. So every single vehicle that's being test driven by your customers does have to have that insurance on it. So once again, if you got a good insurance agent, please give that contact information in the comments below. Maybe they can write the rest of us a dealer surety bond and a dealer insurance policy with a simple phone call. So we're going to gather up all those documents. We're going to shove it into a great big envelope, put a few stamps on it. We're going to mail it to the Oklahoma Used Motor Vehicle Parts Commission, 421 Northwest 13th Street. That's going to be Suite 330, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 73103. And, if you have any questions about your dealer license before you apply, or even after you've applied or gotten your license, you can call them at 405-521-3600. So you should, like I said, when you submit that correct application, you should receive that license back from the state of Oklahoma in about 30 days. And once you obtain your Oklahoma dealer's license, you must display the license prominently. So you're going to work really hard to obtain your Oklahoma dealer's license. You're going to be proud of it when you obtain that Oklahoma dealer's license. Oklahoma law requires that all dealer's licenses are displayed prominently. So make sure and frame that baby, put it on the wall, because the state law does require Oklahoma dealer's licenses are displayed prominently. And, on a final note, I've been in this industry for many, many years. I've owned a profitable dealership myself. I've trained thousands of dealers in a classroom environment all over the United States. And if you maintain 100% compliance with your dealer's license, that means you follow every rule, law, and guideline. Then you're going to maintain 100% profits in this business. So ethics and integrity will definitely take you to the very, very top of the industry profit-wise. So now I want to show you how you can download your free 134-page dealer training and profit manual that we normally charge $19.95. And I want to show you how you can download it for free. You just go to our official website. That's dealertraining.org. And you're going to click on that blue download now button. And here you see that coupon box. So what you're going to do is just enter youtube.com/dealer training. Once again, that's our YouTube channel, youtube.com/dealer training. And once you hit that apply button, you're going to see that $19.95 charge change to $0. And then you'll be able to download that manual for free. So thank you very much. I want to thank you very much for watching this entire video. Please view the other videos on the Dealer Training channel. And if you found value in this video or the manual that you downloaded, I would like to ask you to please share the video. Please consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, and please consider hitting that notification bell. So thank you very much, and good luck with the operation of your dealership.